Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Originals! But before anything else, Extinct Bricks has just got 10,000 subscribers! And I would like to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you, all my subscribers, all those who have viewed all my videos, those who have been there from the start. Thank you so much. All you Brickosers out there from all 7 continents, I'd like to say thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Well, let's proceed with the video. This is for the LEGO custom Godzilla King of the Monsters, Mothra. But before we head on with this video, I'd like to say thanks to youtube.com audio library for this awesome background music. Please also like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And to be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. You may also like to follow me on all my social media platforms. We have Facebook, Twitter, LYKA, and Instagram. There I'll be posting some of my exclusive photos and video clips as well. So I'll see you there, everyone! Here now are our guest as PC contest winners. Let's start with the lucky picks. Crescentfield, Siljan, Sida Nunes, Bizarre Mars, The Raider Craft, Tiago, Julian, French Bulldog, Gabriel, and Joseph. Congratulations everyone, and now for our top 10 winners! Giovanni Kazuo Nathaniel, Madonna Barry, Aiden Stevenson,
Top 7.
Rexy Bricks,
Top 6.
Mimic Production, Purple Turbines Shanty, Emir Risguera, Parker Soren's, Maximum Power, and Mechanic Tiger. Congratulations everyone! I'll see you on the next Guess PC contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And the homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. Oh, the beauty! I'm just Matt. Well, let's proceed with the making of Mothra. And as usual, I do my kit bashing on this one. And it's actually from a mixture of a baby elephant, a Ghidorah figure, and some other parts that you see here. So here is the base figure so far, the kit bashed one, and I just had to do a little bit of, sculpting, and then of course some modifications that was mainly on the wings, on the thorax, and even the antennae as well. See those? Also, I used the eggs, splice it into 2, and then use them for the eyes. So here it is, ready to be painted. Alright, so you can see here that I have actually completed the thorax, and then of course the antennae, and also the wings. So here's the primered one. We can now start with the painting. We'll need brushes, of course paint, and some water. For the paint, we will be using different kinds of acrylic paints for this one, and we'll be basing it up from this particular photo that I got from the internet. Okay, so let's start. So the body of Mothra is actually mainly just brown. Probably it's covered in, of course, hair, but for this one, we're not doing or attaching any hair to this one. So we're painting the entire body with this color. It is a mixture of brown, some yellow, and a little bit of black and white. We're going to spare the wings at this time because I wanted to do something special for the wings, and you'll see later. Okay, so the ends of each of the arms, I guess you call it hands, and the bottom parts of Mothra will be colored this darker brown. I just added a little bit more black to the existing color and a little bit of green as well. Mothra has several, layers of colors, especially in the face. So using burnt sienna here, I'm just painting the peripheries of the face here, including those in the bottom of the antennae, and also some parts of the body as well, such as that of the thorax. We're lining it with this one. We're also painting the peripheries of the eyes with this particular color. It's just a mixture of a little bit of brown, yellow, and a lot of white. And we're painting this and also some areas of the neck region. The antennae will also have the same color as this one, so we're painting this carefully so that we don't paint it or we don't paint over the existing colors at the bottom. Several more details will be painted on the body as well as the face of Mothra, but we'll be moving on with the wings, which is actually the part where it took me a lot of time. So I already pre-sketched the pattern of where certain details will be going on the wings, and now we're just painting this one entirely white so that it will have a good contrast whenever I will be painting on yellows. As you know, acrylics or yellow acrylics are really hard to paint on just primer. So once the white base is done, we now move on with the colors. So for this first color that we'll be using, it's just a mixture of blue and a little bit of white. And we're painting it on areas that is very, similar, just following through with what the reference is. So since there are two sides of the wings, the other side will be treated in a way where Mothra is actually, producing her powers. So it will be colored teal all throughout. Going back to the other side of the wings, the blue parts will have, different dimensions to it. So I mix a little bit of white with the existing blue that we have, and we're doing several, changes into or detailing in the wing part. So just following through again with the reference that we have. I usually do this on tandem so that whenever I paint something on the other side, I will be also mirroring that on the other wing. I think that is one tip that I can actually give you whenever you are going to, create certain creatures with wings. So you always want to have similar or at least symmetrical coloration or patterning on both wings, of course. Moving along, this is actually a mixture of blue and green, and we're painting this as part of details on Mothra's wings. Alright, so going back to the other side, I have painted several more details using the same, colors with a darker teal to it. So I'm just following through with what I have already painted on the other wing, and mirroring that on the other side, such as this one. Using a lighter colored teal, I'm creating interesting dimensions to this wing. And so I'm doing this for all wings. So as you can see here, we have actually 2 sets of wings. Okay, so moving back again to the other side, here is just a mixture of white and yellow and painting it all over the rest of the wings. Following through with the reference, there are also lighter sections of yellow, so we're painting those with this particular color. And now for some details. So several colors will be added to this one, such as orange, reds, and even black. This is actually one of the most intricate paintings that I've done so far for a figure. So I want you to enjoy it because I really did, a really hard work on this one. So enjoy, guys! Among last of the details would be, of course, the eyes. The eyes should glow in the dark, so this is a little something special for you guys. Also, the tail side of the wing will have a metallic paint to it. So you might not see it on camera, but you can see here there's some sheen to it already. Well, that's it for the making of Mothra. We can now move on with some bricks. You can do it and let's bolt in. So first up, let's count it off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 figures or 12 parts to it. Let's attach the head, then the arms. So we have actually 4 arms. So that's the third one and the fourth one. So let's just attach the legs. And then it's time to attach the wings. So it's going to be a little bit tricky because it's so large. I know, right? So you have here the right, and then this is the going back to the left, the secondary wing. Oops. And then the last part for it. And there you have it, the finished Mothra. And finally, it's time for us to have some closer look. Alright, so Moira is here. Hi, Moira. And she's actually really excited to be showing off Mothra. Mothra is a female, entity. when it comes to kaijus or in the Monsterverse. So I had Moira explain this one, of course. So she'll be coming back later for some size comparisons, but for now, let's have the closer look on this one. So Mothra here is actually from this particular photo that I got from the internet. It's really colorful and I'm really liking the way it looks. So I decided that might just, challenge me to do this one, and it's really a really big challenge, but I really loved how it turned out to be. So we have here 4 limbs for Mothra. You have here detailed thorax to it. There are several, painting details, not only from the wings, but also on the body as well. So the wings will be foldable. They have 4 wings to it. So you can see here the daytime look, I guess, for Mothra is this side, right? And it has this blue and also yellow thing going on with it. Alright, so the details is quite, elaborate, and I really did take time on painting this one, and I'm really quite proud of it, to be honest. So further looking closely, you can see here some details on the eyes, the antennae, and even the mouthpiece is quite sculpted in a way very similar to that of the reference photo. In terms of articulation, of course, these parts or the arms are moving like so, and also the legs. Alright, so the head can also move because it has the same articulation as that of the dragon from the base figure, which is Ghidorah. So some painting details, of course, are seen in the eyes as well as that of the entire face. Although not very dramatic, I think the transition between the light brown and also the burnt sienna is really quite interesting. Alright, so that is our Mothra for you. We can now take a look at the other side of the wing. So let's flip it up so you can see the other side. So you can see here that the other side is a teal colored wing, which is what we have actually seen in the movie Godzilla King of Monsters. Although the details of this other side of the wing is not as much or not similar to that of the daytime look, I think it really captured how it should be in the movie. This is actually my own design. I have to keep the eye details there because it's a prominent feature of Mothra even in the movie. As you can see from regular lighting, there is a bit of sheen on the wing already, and there is quite a surprise here for later, or when we open up black light and also turn on the lights. So let's do that. So I turn on the black light here, and let's see how it glows during or in the dark. So count off with me. 1, 2, 3, go! Alright, so using the black light, you can see that it's there are certain lines that are actually highlighted, including the eyes, certain lines on the details of the wings, and it's really quite beautiful. Although the camera is really not capturing it in person, it really is glowing. I just hope you can see the details. So I'm moving it a little bit, near the camera so that it somehow reflects it. There you go. Mothra's pose here actually reminds me of that of the film. Mothra's role in the movie is quite significant, and it actually showed her relationship with Godzilla, which is quite deep. It's surprising where monsters like this also have connections with each other. But first, let me show you how this actually is looking like, especially the eye section. You can see there, it's also glowing. Okay, so let's put this down, and I guess that's it for our closer look. And as always, it is time for us to do or move on with size comparisons. And for size comparisons, although Moira is really excited to be showing off, she won't be in size comparisons this time because this is a kaiju, and I think these mini figures will be more in keeping with, comparing with the size. So it's around the same or at least bigger. You can see there that the helicopter is really small compared to our Mothra. Well, let's move on with the size comparisons with other creatures. So let's bring it to a neutral pose and let's bring out our first comparison. This is Extinct Bricks Godzilla. As an actual size, our Mothra here is actually larger for its size compared to this Godzilla. And I really could make it smaller, but a small body for a relatively big wing for a figure like this wouldn't be, practical in a sense, because a wingspan that big will technically, pull down the figure itself. So I settled with this particular figure, which is a good enough figure, I guess, when compared to our Godzilla. It's still smaller, but I guess the wing is quite comparable to the size of Godzilla. It's just nice that my collection of kaijus from Monsterverse is actually, growing, and I'd like you guys to see if we're going on the right direction. Alright, so enough of Godzilla. Let's now move on with the next comparison. And of course, this is Extinct Bricks King Kong. So you can see here that although King Kong is technically smaller than that of Godzilla, King Kong here is a little bit larger still with or compared to Mothra here. I saw in one of the YouTube videos that Mothra is also having somewhat of a mutual relationship with that of King Kong. She would usually visit King Kong and heal his wounds somehow. I already forgot where I've seen that video, but you probably have seen that also. Okay, so let me just bring out the mini figures here just for some last looks on comparisons. And now we can move on with our Extinct Bricks PC roll call, and we just have 3 here. Again, if you do have additional, requests or suggestions of other creatures, you may also suggest creatures that are not prehistoric. They can be from Monsterverse, of course. While here, I would also like to remind you that I will be putting up links here, and you can check them out in the Extinct Bricks playlist as well. Right, so PC roll call. We have here King Kong, Extinct Bricks Godzilla, and of course, to start the show here, Mothra. And that's it for our PC roll call. Let's now move on with the last looks for Mothra. Mothra or Masura, also called the goddess of peace, is a giant divine butterfly moth-like deity kaiju goddess and the guardian of the earth. Mothra is one of Toho's most popular monsters and second only to Godzilla in her total number of film appearances. Past films and even novels would indicate that Mothra and Godzilla has a certain relationship or even love interest. And that's it for the video on our Mothra. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you so much for watching. But before we go, please don't forget to support our other channels as well. We have Toy Universe and The Adventures of Moira and Usher. Please watch their videos and support their channel as well by subscribing. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick grow!